I had left one incredibly toxic job, moved to a whole new city, only to find out the new job was incredibly toxic. On top of that, it didn't pay me anything. And I found myself at the end of every month with $5 in my bank account. If you've never met before, my name is Craft. I'm the host of this podcast, Coffee with Craft, where we help creators find the fastest path to revenue as soon as possible. And I'm telling you the story because I was reminded of it while I was on the conversation with a client today. And they were asking me how they can find freelance editing clients and the things I did to get myself started. And I remember this story where I'm sitting at my desk with $5 in my bank account, nothing to show for like my hard work or anything like that, and wondering, man, what am I going to do next? And as I struggled and stressed out and was scared about what to do next, it was in that moment, right? It was in that moment that I was scrolling through Discord and I found somebody looking for a video editor. They simply just said, hey, is there anybody out here who can edit a couple of clips together for me? Well, I had DaVinci Resolve on my computer. I knew how to edit and throw some stuff together and do some cool things. So I thought, why not me? Maybe I could be that guy. Maybe I could be that editor for this person. And so I just hit him up and I said, hey man, I'll do it for you. And he said, how much do you charge? Sat there and I thought about it because I'd never done this before. And I just threw out $50. And he said, done. I was like, awesome. And so I sat there in my cruddy 1-bedroom apartment with cigarette stains in the carpet because the landlord didn't want to switch out the carpet from the last tenant. There was literally a smiley face made out of cigarette burns in the carpet. And I sat there and I edited away on my MacBook and I got the job done. And I created this really banger video pulling the Twitch streamers clips together. I sent it off to him. And after I sent it off to him, he said, I love it. Here's $50. And he paid me the $50. And I remember hitting my account and my account going from $5 to $55. And that feeling that I felt, that feeling of joy, that feeling of excitement, that feeling of, oh man, I can do this. I can accomplish this task. Awesome. Let's do it again. And it sparked this fire in me to chase after finding clients to help pad my income so that I could get out of the hole that I was in so I can make the next right step for me in my life personally. Because what you end up finding when you're in a hole or you're in that cycle of poverty or disillusionment or whatever it might be for you, right? Like when you're in a series of stress, you get to this point where, man, you're $5 in your bank account, that's stressful. That feels like, oh man, like I can't do this, right? Or if $20 in your bank account, $100 in your bank account, it makes you feel like, man, I don't have margin because you know the bills that are due on the horizon. You know the student loan payment's coming. You know the car payment's coming. You know the rent payment's coming. You know the food needs bought. You know the gas needs put in your car, right? Like, you know insurance is going to get taken out. All of these things, you know, these are real possibilities for yourself. And so you look at the money in your account and you're like, that's not enough. And I don't even know how I'm supposed to save off the little I have left. Dude, I get it. I've been there. That's why I'm not here to sell you some Tai Lopez bullcrap where it's like, here's my Lamborghini, but I'm more happy about these books that I own. No, I don't have a Lamborghini. I drive a Ford Focus. Okay. I drive a 2016 Ford Focus. This is the most economical car out there. And I legitimately, right, drive that car and it's fine. It is what it is. It does the job for me. But as I digress, like I'm not here to sell you crap. I'm not here to be a snake oil salesman. I'm here to help you get to the fastest path of revenue sooner rather than later, because I believe when you achieve the fastest path to revenue, it creates margin in your system and it allows you to breathe. It allows you to breathe. It gives you a chance to go, I can do this. I can take the next step. Because that's what that $50 did for me. That $50 unlocked something inside of me that allowed me to breathe, that allowed me to go, okay, I can find another client and get another $50. And that's what I did. And I got another $50 and I got another $50. I found 4 or 5 clients from this Discord server, and I was able to like pad my income a little bit, take that extra money, throw it into savings because I was already used to not having it. It allowed me to feel some relief. And it allowed me to strategically start thinking through, okay, what is my next step as an individual? How can I take the next right step for me so that I can succeed? That's what that allowed me to do. I wouldn't have been able to do that though, right? If I hadn't taken that step and put myself out there and pitched myself to a client. And I gotta tell you, for every 5 clients I've gotten, there's a ton of no's. There's a ton of people who have told me no. There's a ton of people who said, nah, I'm not a huge fan of your work. There's a ton of people who have said, I don't think you're the right editor for me. I'll be real. That stings when that happens, right? That stings when it's like, oh man, I didn't get that paycheck, right? But you can't let a no define you. And a no won't define you when you're working for a better why. And at that time, my why was, I want to get out of this bad situation. My why has changed. Thankfully, I'm not in a bad situation anymore. I'm in a marriage, right? I recently got married, and I remember back in October, as me and my wife were looking forward to the wedding, I got serious and I said, crap, I need to really build out this editing business into something more so that me and my wife can have the life we want, so we can buy our dream house, so that we can have the cars we want to have, so we can grow our family, and most importantly, leave a legacy. I'm a big proponent of, I want my life to mean something when I'm gone. I want people to remember me, not for how great I am, but for the impact I was able to have on their lives and for generations to come. And to do that, to leave a legacy, man, I've got to build something, right? Like I take that seriously and I take that to heart. Like I'm a person of faith. And so legacy is important to me, right? Who am I impacting and what am I leaving behind? Because I believe I'm called to steward what I have well for future generations. And so, right, as I'm in this process of figuring all this out, I've doubled down and I'm pursuing it with every single thing that I have. And I share this with you, right? Because if you want to achieve the fastest path to revenue sooner rather than later, then you have to have a good why. You have to have an amazing why. If your why is simply to get rich, dude, that sucks. Right? It's not a compelling why. If your why is simply to drive a Lamborghini, dude, it's a cool car. You and Tai Lopez can be best friends, but I don't think it's a good why. I think a better why is understanding at the heart of who you are and what you want to accomplish. Let me say that again. It's about understanding who you are and what you want to accomplish. And that sometimes that takes some real methodical work, some real journaling, sometimes therapy and wise counsel to rally around you to get to that point where you're truly understanding your why as an individual. But man, I share all of this with you because I really, really believe that you as an individual can get to revenue sooner rather than later by doubling down on selling your products and your services to your specific audience. If you have an amazing why, And I wish I had believed it sooner. And I wish I had niched down sooner. I wish I didn't walk aimlessly for a few years, because I did. Right? That was 2018. It's 2023. There was probably 4 or 5 years of kind of wandering in there. Excuse me, I'm drinking some seltzer water while I'm doing this conversation. Waterloo, so good. Not sponsored, but if they want. Stupid. But as I take a sip, I think through, I spent a good few years wandering. Man, not walking with purpose, not walking with a true aim. And I was able to find that aim though, right? During that time, because I put in the hard work. I worked the process. I took the necessary steps to get from where I wanted to go, to get from where I was to where I wanted to go. But that doesn't happen, right, if I didn't put in the hard work. And it doesn't happen, right, if I don't uncover a deeper or more meaningful why that is driving and motivating me to do what I want to do. And that's really what I want to encourage you, my friends, to do. Right? I want to encourage you, Coffee with Craft listeners, to take a moment, pull out your journal, your action step today, or even just leave it in the comments. I would love to read it and respond to it. What's your why? What's your why for wanting to earn revenue as a creator? By unlocking your why, man, it will propel you to go further, faster, sooner. And so that's your challenge today. Your challenge today is to uncover your why so that you can create amazing content and then sell amazing products and services. Hey, I want to say thank you for listening. Do me a favor, if you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe. That incredibly helps us reach more people with this mission of helping creators get to revenue sooner rather than later. And if you want to, click this video right here to keep learning. I'll catch you next time.